Search engine optimization is a powerful way to increase the visibility of your business. At its most basic, search engine optimization is about increasing the rankings of your website. At its most complex, it is managing the programming, content, visibility, and success of a website and much more. Search engines are the primary way that people find information. If you are not visible in the search engines, then your customers won't find you. Search engine optimization enables you to know what your customers want and enables you to be found. Search engine optimization has changed over the years, and some early methods are not only ineffective, but could get you into trouble with the search engines. Because of this, it is important to keep up to date on the latest information and continually increase your knowledge and skills. Search engine optimization is the #1 activity for successful businesses, as it all starts with search. Developing skills in this area will enable you to provide an invaluable service to companies and also provide a base for additional skills related to search engine optimization. In this practitioner course, the content will be broken down in these areas: looking at how search engines work, understanding how human factors are related to how search engines review pages for relevancy and importance. We're going to look deeply at the foundation of keywords and how to use those keywords in both on-page and off-page optimization. Obviously, you're going to have to learn some technical programming and some technical tricks to help you manage your website more effectively and make it more friendly for search engines. And then we're going to look specifically at marketing your business. Marketing your business online, especially if you have a local business, there are many opportunities available to you, but also some planning as far as building a new website, redesigning your current website, and additional changes. I'll walk you through the steps for a marketing plan and then ultimately how to measure everything: what's working, why it's working, and how to react to that. Let's look at our first section. We're going to spend some time understanding how search engines work. Do you ever wonder why the search engines present the results the way they do? Everything from the colors, the words, the arrangement of the content has gone through scrutiny in order to present the most pleasing, relevant results that is designed to get you to enjoy the user experience. And so we're going to look at how the search results are produced, the factors that influence the rankings within search engines, and the algorithm. The algorithm is the mathematical formula that determines which pages are ranked higher than others. We're also going to look at how a search engine sees your website and how those search results are designed to get you to click or stay on the search results. What's vitally important is understanding the human connection to search engines. You see, the search engine's primary customer is the human, the searcher. And so the search results are made specifically to connect to your brain. And there are factors that make us pay attention and click and help decide on which results are more relevant than others. And ultimately, it comes down to the importance of words. Now, because words are so important, we are going to spend a lot of time on understanding keywords. Keywords are the words that people type into the search engine. And so that is the foundation of all online marketing you will do. The skills you develop through this course of understanding, researching, organizing, and developing keywords in your marketing content are going to spill over in other areas that will help you be a better marketer and will help you build your online business more effectively. You can use these same skills in paid search, in social marketing, buying ads, writing content, and developing multimedia. The reason why words are so important is that shows us the intent of our searcher. When we understand the intent of the searcher, that helps us better understand what they need. And so we can write our content and adjust it to fit what the searcher needs. We're going to cover how to use keyword tools to build and gather keyword lists, and then how you can evaluate them for more effectiveness. You're going to take those keywords and through the on-page optimization section, you'll understand better how to implement those keywords into your content, into your website, and we'll look at the key areas, the key elements of the page that are most important, and then also your content structure. How you present your content is sometimes just as important as what's on the page. We'll look at the navigation and the type of content that's important to optimize based on being an e-commerce site, a publisher, a blogger, whatever type of content you might have. And then how to avoid penalties in the search engines. In the off-page optimization section, we're primarily going to look at link building. You see, search engine algorithms take into very important account how many links come to your site, but not only how many, how quality those links are. Meaning, links from sites are not equal. Some sites have a higher influence than other sites. And so we're going to look at the types of links that you can get. We're going to evaluate those links, how to optimize them, and how to build links through many different media and opportunities. And then how to use software. There are link tools out there that will help you maintain and manage the links coming to your site, as well as give you ideas for additional link building. There are also some programming know-how you've got to employ in order to make your site friendlier for search engines. So everything from the URL structure, how you link pages, and maybe how you redirect pages from a previous version of your website. These are all the little details that add up, and you just have to know how to do these things. We're going to provide an overview of most of the problems you'll encounter, but also point you in the direction of some of the tools that are available through the search engines themselves to help make this a little bit easier. Now, if you are a local business, as I said, there is a lot available to you through the search engines to enhance your listings in the search engine's results. You can get additional business listings, you will have maps, click-to-call functionality, and additional measurements that you can use to show the effectiveness of your online marketing. And of course, not every website stays the same. There is always things that you need to do in order to grow your site, whether it's building a new website and choosing a new domain name, or redesigning your current site. Also, what to do if there might be a problem. We'll have a troubleshooting section as well to help you figure out what might be going wrong. Most importantly, we're going to look at building a marketing plan for your business, going beyond the rankings and looking at what all we can do to improve the effectiveness of our businesses online. I'll show you how to do some competitive assessments, but also how to manage a team, or if you're an individual, how your job affects other people in the marketing department or in the business of the website. Ultimately, then, we're also going to look at how to protect yourself from further updates from search engines and their algorithm updates. Of course, you want to protect yourself and not get on the wrong side of a search engine. Otherwise, you may find your website has been taken out of the results. With analytics, we'll look to see what you can measure to show true success of all your efforts. You're putting in a lot of work with optimization and doing a lot of these changes, so obviously, you'll want to be able to show some result of your work. Analytics will provide the numbers you need, as well as factors that will help you understand what you can do to continue your improvement, not just to improve rankings, but to improve your overall business online. Well, first of all, why is search so important? From a business perspective, there is an initial investment in terms of optimizing the website, and then a maintenance level of looking at what's working, improving things that can be improved, and also watching out for anything that might go wrong that might need to be fixed. So there is an initial investment, there's some ongoing investment, but the nice thing is once things are in place, it lasts for years. Many websites that have gotten into the top page of result tend to keep that result and keep that placement for many years afterwards. Because of that, search engine optimization can, over time, produce a very predictable return on investment. It's very predictable how many visitors you can get in a certain month when you start comparing the data from previous years based on activity, based on your visibility. If you're a local business, there are many local features available to you to enhance your visibility and provide additional services so that you can reach the people in your local area. Search engine optimization is one of the most cost-effective things that you can do to promote your website and promote your business. And also, the skills necessary for search engine optimization, they're integrated. They are also used across multiple digital marketing disciplines. Let's first look at the importance of search. Even when people are looking for information on a branded product, the vast majority will go to a search engine first, rather than going to that brand's website. Rather than going to a retailer, overwhelmingly, people go to search first. They want to see all of the information that's available about that brand, good and bad. They want to see what other websites, what reviews, what other people are saying, so that they can have a wider group of informational sources from which to make a decision. Now, the importance of that visibility, of being on that first page, is dramatic. If you're on that first page and there are 10 results on that first page, that will receive about 94% of the attention. Now, this is not for every single case. This is just in general. And so, as we looked at before, that there are different results for different types of searches. This number is going to vary. But just as a guide, you can see that being in the first page or being in the first 10 results, that is going to give you more visibility, substantially more visibility. You see, the next 10 results, 11 through 20, only receive about 6% of impressions. Now again, this is not the rule. This is only a guide, and you will see differences based on the type of industry, the type of website, the type of information that you have. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that having top rankings equals more visitors. Again, this is not always the case. This is not always 100%. It's a general trend. But most visitors will click the number 1 result. The number 2 result gets about half of that. The number 3 result gets about 2/3 of that. And it goes on. However, 71% of the searches result in a click on a page 1 result. On the first page, the first 5 results account for over half of all the clicks, 67%. Page 2 and 3 only get less than 6% of the clicks. So again, not only is visibility important, being on the first page, but also the higher in rankings you are, the more chance you have of getting clicked. But it doesn't always have to be number 1. It's being, in general, being in the top rankings. You can't control it. In fact, you're going to see variations from many different aspects. That's why we don't always measure rankings, but we look at the consistency of visibility. Search engine optimization provides great return on investment. In a recent survey, businesses were asked which activity provided the best return. Now, when it came to excellent, email marketing received 22% of people saying it was excellent. Search engine optimization received 20%. In rating it as good, search engines received 47%, email 46%. And even content marketing has more to do with organic search. And so people see specific return on their investment. The money that they put into optimizing their content, optimizing their websites, they see a solid return, more so than most other channels that they use to market their business. In another survey, when people and companies were asked to rate their customers based on how they acquired those customers, they compared how they received those customers to the average customer lifetime value. And what they found is that customers that were acquired through organic search had a 50% higher than average lifetime value. Really, what that meant is that customers acquired through organic search spent more than the average customer, and they had a longer lifetime than the average customer, which made these companies realize that customers acquired through search were high value customers, more so than their average customer. When we compare this to, on the other side, the graph, what we see is Twitter. The people that came from Twitter had less than 20% than average lifetime value. And really, it doesn't take much to look at the difference between organic search and Twitter. The reason why organic search provided such high value customers is because when people have a need, they search. They go to a search engine. It is an active activity. It is a dynamic process of moving forward to solve a problem. Whereas going on Twitter and looking at things is a more passive process, and typically people will find something that interests them, click on it, and respond, but yet the investment is not there. They weren't proactively going and looking for a solution. They found something that interested them. And so as a result, it was a more passive activity. They weren't as emotionally invested in solving the problem, and so they didn't become a high value customer typically when compared to other channels. Now, one of the concepts in search engine optimization has been developed by Google over the past few years. They call this micro moments. This is really based on the proliferation of smartphones and the availability and the always-on mentality. You see, before smartphones, if we had a question, we had to maybe go to a desktop computer or go somewhere where we could go online. Now that we have computers in our pockets, we can look at them anytime, and our behavior has changed dramatically because of that ability. This is what's called micro moments. You see, when people used to go online and they would research, it would be over a period of maybe 20 minutes to an hour or more. They would research, they would look for activities, they would do what they needed to do to make a decision. Now, however, our time seems to be spread out, and we look for things when we have the inspiration. Rather than making time to sit down and research, we research when an idea hits us. And that's the micro moment. The average micro moment is about a minute long of people just looking for information, turning off their phone and putting it back. And then maybe later they have another idea and they will search on that. And so our behavior has changed dramatically, and it's also changed our information demands. Google has really distilled down typical searcher behavior into 4 types of micro moment queries. I want to do, I want to buy, I want to go, and I want to know. These are the typical questions that people are asking when they go online for these micro moments. As an example, Google published this research of someone who was looking for a car. They had over 900 digital touch points over 3 months during their decision to buy a car. 71% of those 900 digital touch points were done on a mobile device. Now, of those 900 touch points, there was 139 Google searches, 14 YouTube videos were watched, 89 images were viewed. They had 69 dealer interactions and 186 manufacturer interactions. Over the course of 3 months, they started looking at 14 different brands. They eventually came down to the consideration phase among 6 brands and ultimately decided between 2 brands. This is the new micro moment behavior, that all of these interactions took place over 3 months and over 900 digital touch points. That would be a micro moment of having an inspiration, a question, going online, asking, and then responding when the information is received. Search engine optimization is a growing field. Forrester Research has found that the average company over the coming years expects to allocate about 30 to 35% of their marketing budget to digital, to online marketing. And search engine marketing, search engine optimization, is expected to take the largest share of that spend at almost 50%. about 14% of the total budget. Now, this means that as companies realize that search engine optimization is not just something that they should do, but it's something they have to do in order to have that visibility in the search results when people are looking for a problem to be solved or for an answer to their question. As you learn search engine optimization skills, it will greatly enhance your career. You see, once you've developed these skills and you develop some experience in this area, it's unlimited what you can do. You can become a specialist in search engine optimization. You can move into management roles because you'll understand many different channels and how they relate to search. And so you'll be able to manage and operate in different areas. You can also move into other channels because search is such a foundation. You can find new niche roles such as copywriting, programming, research, or maybe even start your own company. Many people who have SEO skills, they've been able to deepen them by working with vendors within the search engine industry or even with the search engine themselves. The good news is there's no clear path. You can find your skills. You can even create new opportunities. Now, when we talk about search engine marketing, that's more of the broad-based approach. It's marketing through the use of both paid and organic search. I'll explain those as we go along. Now, as we look at the page here, this is called the search engine results page. Once you make a query, you see a combination of paid, of organic, and in this case, you'll see some shopping ads as well. This is the search engine results page, also known as the SERP, which is abbreviated SERP. That's an acronym that you'll see constantly in this industry. Now, the search engine results page, based on what you search, can also have business listings, maps, events, pictures, video, and other types of information. So it's important to know what the search engine results page typically will produce for your industry and your type of business. Now, when we talk specifically about search engine optimization, that is the practice of utilizing keywords in your content, in your page layout, and in the programming to increase visibility in the search engine results. What's outlined here are the organic results on the page. As you can see, they're at the bottom of the page. They have less visibility than paid placement. And over time, you may notice that organic search results receive less and less real estate on the pages. Now, paid search marketing, or what's called pay-per-click, or PPC, which is the abbreviation for pay-per-click. This is paid marketing or paid advertising in the search results. You see, rather than optimizing your website, you can also bid on the keyword term, and when you bid on it, your ad can show up in the results page. The advertiser pays every time somebody clicks on the ad. This is identified by either sponsored or the word ad. And you'll see those either up in the corner or next to the ad itself. Now, the individual pages that make up the search results, you'll see that they all fit the same format. Regardless of website they come from, all of the text is in the same format, which is controlled by the search engines. When we look at one specific result, that is called a snippet. That's the information about that web page, and that information is taken from that web page. However, like I said, all of the websites are shown the same way. Search engines take the information from the web page, they republish it in their own format, and that's the snippet. It's a structured presentation of the information from a web page. Now, the algorithm is something you're going to hear a lot. The algorithm is a mathematical computation of multiple factors to ascribe importance or relevance to a large volume of information. You'll notice at the top of the page, there are 34 million results. Out of 34 million results, how can a human determine what is going to be the most important and what is not? Well, an algorithm, if you'll see in that highlighted area, in less than half of a second, is able to filter through those 34 million web pages and produce what it considers to be the highest quality, most relevant results for that term. And the search engines are in the business of making sure that that is a high quality algorithm, because the customer is you, the searcher. If a search engine does not provide good, relevant results to the searcher, then they have not done their job. The ultimate goal is to get people to come back and continue to use the search engine. So you, the searcher, are the primary customer of the search engines. This is what the algorithm is intended to do, to provide the best, highest quality, most relevant result to the searcher out of millions of web pages. Now, I've said this word a few times, but keywords. The keyword is essentially what the user types into the search bar to find information about. Those words are important for us to know as search engine optimizers. We want to understand what people are searching for and the words they use. So this is the keyword or key phrase that we're going to be looking at throughout this course. Next are a few measurement terms. First is impression. Impression is just simply the number of times that your ad or your result has been viewed. Now, this just means that the page has been produced as results, but there's been no interaction other than the page being produced and the listings being on the page. That is an impression. The next way that we measure is a click. When someone clicks on a result, that is something we can specifically measure, that someone searched on a term, saw our website or our web page as a result, and they clicked on it, and we can measure that. Now, the relevant terms here is something that we can do for measurement and looking at how relevant our page is and what people do. So we're looking at clicks, how many click-throughs we receive, maybe for a certain term, which would provide us a click-through rate when we compare the amount of clicks to the amount of impressions. A visitor is someone who visits our website. Now, this doesn't just have to be from search. This can be from social media, it can be from someone typing in our website directly, or clicking a link and coming to the site. Visitors are people who visit your website. The term engagement, really at its clearest level, is when a visitor interacts with you and your website, meaning they do something that can be measurable. Whether they click, view a page, download a document, interact with your website somehow, respond to something, or read anything that we can measure, we can call that engagement. It's the interactions that visitors have on our websites that we can measure and know, did they find what they were looking for? That's the ultimate engagement that we're looking to measure. A referral is where the visitor came from, their source. Again, that's just like when we looked at visitors, they can come from anywhere: search engines, links, ads, emails, social media. A referral is the measurement of where they came from. This helps us determine which of our marketing channels are more effective than others in driving visitors to the website. A bounce is someone who clicks on the result from the search engine results, and they come to our website, they view one page, and leave. That's a bounce. Now, from that, we determine the bounce rate, and that is the amount of people who have clicked on the result and have left immediately. Sometimes that can help us determine if there's a problem with the page, if too many people are leaving when they decide that that page is just not relevant to them, despite them searching on something very similar. This is important as we get into the analytics in improving your website and also improving your relevance for specific terms. Now, the business goals and expectations of search engine optimization typically revolve around rankings and visibility. Most companies, when they retain the services of an SEO company or individual, the main way they want to measure results is by rankings. One of the things we will cover is how difficult it is to accurately measure rankings. Regardless, the primary goal that businesses are trying to accomplish beyond the rankings, it's to make money. It's to establish business goals and have conversions. Conversions are the people that come to your site and become new customers, new contacts, or do something that meets a business goal. And then ultimately, measuring a return on investment. That's looking at how well our site is improving in visibility, how well it's improving in gaining conversions, and how well it's improving monetarily in revenue and profitability by the increased visibility of search engine optimization. Now, like I said, most companies are interested in gaining those top rankings. I've often told people that it is unreal expectations to be number one consistently. I always look for consistency in the top rankings because rankings are affected by a number of factors. They're affected by the personalization. Your browsing and search history will affect the rankings. Also, where you live might affect the rankings as well. The number one thing I look to do in search engine optimization is I want to protect the terms that are already ranking well, and I want to research keywords and also my user and searcher intent in order to find the right words for the rankings. The majority of time when I work with companies, I find that they simply are not using the right words in order to gain rankings. Ultimately, rankings don't matter if there are no sales. And so anytime I start a search engine optimization engagement, the number one thing I want to know are the goals of the business. How do they make money? You see, true SEO measurements are the business results, not just the rankings. Someone has to make money to pay for the SEO. And so what kind of business is this? Are you a publisher looking purely for numbers of page views and visitor counts? Are you looking for leads through which to sell and groom those leads to become sales? Or are you an e-commerce site and you're trying to sell things directly? This is where you need to state what kind of business you are and state the ways that you make money, because this needs to be reflected into how we will measure the effectiveness and success of search engine optimization. So ask the question, what kind of business are you? What drives revenue? And how can SEO improve that revenue? Either through more visitors or the specific type of visitors, by understanding better what those visitors need and the problems they have. You see, SEO is going to go beyond keywords into anticipating the problems of future customers and being able to reach them further and further before the buying cycle, maybe before they know they even have the problem itself. Now, when a business talks about return on investment, what they want to know is that if I spend $10,000, what will I get in return? This is what every business wants to know, that if they spend this much in marketing, when will they see the results? Now, to set the expectations, if they spend that $10,000 in paid search, in pay-per-click marketing, they're going to see their return much faster, primarily because you can set your ad campaign to run immediately as soon as you set the budget and set up the campaign. Your visibility will be at the top of the search results on the first page. But as soon as your budget runs out, your ads will no longer show. So the return on investment from paid search is very fast, and it lasts as long as you have the budget. Search engine optimization is more of a long-term return on investment. Depending upon the type of business you have, depending upon market forces or trends within your industry, sometimes the return on investment can be 6 months, 12 months, maybe even 2 years, depending upon numerous factors. So it is always good to understand the expectations of the return on investment and all of the factors involved in that return on investment. Search engine optimization is a long-term investment. Well-ranking websites typically will see a faster result, and so they will experience it faster, and newer websites typically will see slower results. However, once you gain those rankings, you typically will hold those rankings for many years afterwards and will continually experience a return on that result. This is always the question I get from companies, is how fast will I see the results? Well, and this is dependent upon many factors. Number one, it's determined upon the age of the website. How long has this website been live in its current form? Have there been other changes or redesigns to this website? Have they changed domain names? And how effective has their marketing been to this point? You see, if it's a popular website already and has some rankings, then applying search engine optimization may help it faster, and you may see a return faster. However, if it's a brand new website or a newer website that maybe doesn't have the visibility or exposure, it's going to take more time. It may take additional marketing to see better results. And of course, it depends on market trends. If you have a trend in your market where the bulk of the business takes place maybe 1 or 2 months out of the year, then depending upon your time frame, it may take 12 to 24 months to see results. However, those rankings, once you get them, tend to last, and they tend not to change much. Now, depending upon your market and how fast new sites are developed or new information is published, that may change some things. It also will depend upon your choice of tactics and how strong your external marketing is. You see, the marketing you do online beyond your website and the marketing you do offline will impact the popularity of your website. And also, the effectiveness of your measurement and analytics will guide you in what to do to take steps to improve your site and improve your marketing beyond search engine optimization. So what are the benefits? Professionally and from a business focus, search engine optimization provides the highest return on investment of nearly any other channel you can do for marketing. It also provides the most and the best lifetime customers and the lowest cost per lead or cost per sale than any other channel will typically provide. Now, the nice thing about search engine optimization is that it starts small. There are many tasks and details that you can quickly learn, such as keyword research. Once you've got that mastered, then you can grow into other aspects. And so search engine optimization enables you to start small, handle a few things, and become very good at that, and then grow. And you can grow very quickly. You can go into very complex technical issues once you've gotten the basics. Words are the foundation, and it provides a structure for all your ongoing marketing.
Hey, want to become an expert in digital marketing? Then subscribe to the Simplilearn channel and click here to watch more such videos. To nerd up and get certified in digital marketing, click here.